Hey there, my name is Pravus and welcome to a game called Black Skylands, a game in which you become the captain of your own steampunk airship and have a tremendous adventure high up in the skies. The game functions a lot like an open-world RPG, with top-down combat mechanics both on the ground and in the sky. You'll be gathering up resources, fighting against a rival faction and conquering territory while simultaneously trying to uncover the secrets of a monstrous race called the Swarm. Pretty cool concept. The game is developed by an indie studio called Hungry Couch Games, and it's actually been in early access since July of last year, with an upcoming release date in February 2023. So, in celebration of the upcoming milestone, the developers have kindly offered to sponsor me for the next couple of videos to show off what this game has to offer and hopefully get you guys excited. If you guys would like to learn more about Black Skylands, there is of course going to be a link in the description down below. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump directly into a new game. This is Eva. Eva is an 11-year-old girl, and she lives on a giant airship called Fathership. It is her birthday today. As exciting as that is to a small girl, that pales in comparison to the fact that her father, Richard, has returned home after a year-long voyage who knows where. Though I must say, Richard is a little bit of a downer. First thing he does when we see him after a full year, and he's like, hey, I got a job, there's a box on the ship, go get it. Alright. This is the part of the game where you have a chance to experiment with the movement controls, which, as I said, everything is from a top-down perspective. So, you've got your WASD keys for movement, and your mouse is going to determine which direction you point. Hey, look, it's my father's ship! Now here's a very special power that Eva has. She's got a hook, and she is willing to launch herself across chasms of inescapable death in order to reach her objectives. Pretty fun toy for a child, gotta say. Let's see, what do we have in the hold? We have a mystery box. Oh, okay, that seems a little suspicious. I suspect I know why our father sent us on this errand. What is it, Father? What is it? What is it? It is a gun! Really? Okay, a toy gun for Eva. Oh man, y'all better watch out. Eva's got a new toy! Pew, pew, pew! I'm sure people aren't gonna be upset about that. Pew, pew! Hey, Mr. Militia Man, you know what? I probably shouldn't shoot you, actually. That seems like it's a recipe for disaster. Pew, pew! That other guy is asking for it, though. Anyway, I'm supposed to go and find my little brother, Aaron. He's hiding around somewhere. Maybe this Kane the Hunter guy is gonna know where that is? Oh, hi, Crash. Hi, how are you? You want to teach me how to shoot a gun? I'll happily let you shoot a gun. Nice board, Kane. That's a beautiful falcon. Now, in this world, there are a few different, I don't know if you would call them tribes or clans exactly, but you can kind of tell from their title what they belong to. Our father is Richard the Earner, this is Jim the Engineer, then we had Kane the Hunter. Yeah, there's a lot of different groups, and they all have some different ways that they contribute to the floating society on Fathership. But all of that aside, we gotta go find our brother. I'm sure no one's gonna mind if I take this ship for a little bit of a joyride, you know what I mean? So off we go, and this is actually a very big aspect of the game. Designing and upgrading your own airship, traversing all over the world, it's gonna be great. We do need some fuel though, so let me take a quick little pit stop over here. In the fuel station, we will buy ourselves a quick canister over here. We'll just fill her up with a little bit of fuel, which you can see happening over on the right, glug glug. And then we hop over to the ship, fill her up with some gas like so, and toss the rest into the hold. Excellent. All right, off we go. My brother should be on this island somewhere. Apparently he went and got himself stuck in a box. He's not exactly the brightest bulb in the box, if you know what I mean. Woo, who's this guy and why are you shooting darts at me? It's okay, I also have darts. Ha-ha! You fool! You've been vanquished by a child! Oh, Aaron, you lovable scoundrel, you, stuck inside of a box. I don't know how you even do these things. It's fine though, I'm a strong girl. I'll just go ahead and harvest Aaron. And let's just carry him back to the ship. I'm sure the engineers will know how to solve this. Whoop, hang on. This guy's hiding out over here. I will poke you with a hook! Ha 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 ha! Actually, it's kind of funny. If there are any escort quests in the game at all, where you have to, like, deliver someone, they're always in a box. I don't know why they keep doing this to themselves, but they do. Anyway, back to Fathership. Whee! What a peaceful, lovable world we live in, high up in the skies. I've always loved steampunk just kind of as a genre. So airships are like always cool to me. Just gotta say, I love it. All right, let's break you out of there, Aaron. Send you back home. So if you're wondering what my moth is gonna do, the moth is mostly there as a companion, but also is capable of delivering some resources back to my ship. We haven't gotten to the stage of the game where I'll be extracting stuff later, but this moth will become very valuable. So now we get to advance a little bit with the story. Now, my dad has been gone for like a year exploring far-off lands. And what did he bring back with him? Some sort of a weird little hooky monstery thing. Yeah, that's a normal thing to bring back for sure. Bring back local specimens. It is a member of a strange species called the Swarm, as my father has named it, which probably should be a bit ominous right off the bat. And they live in the eternal storm. Well, as far as we know, they're generally pretty peaceful. Of course, even if it is supposed to be peaceful, giant claws like that are, well, bound to scare some people, at least a little bit. So, yeah, this is where things suddenly go a little bit wrong, shall we say. No, not the bird! Oh, also Kane. We should probably check on him too. 7 years later. Oh, good lord, what is happening to Fathership? Everything's going all splody all of a sudden. Oh, the humanity! So many deaths that hopefully could have been avoided, but this is where our story in Black Skylands begins. You're probably wondering who shot at us. I'll give you a hint, it wasn't the Swarm, it was these guys right here. You know that Kane the Hunter guy that we liked so much? Yeah, he's now formed an outlaw group called the Falcons. And, well, he's gonna say that it wasn't really his fault, that he didn't expect for people to get shot, and his lieutenants kind of went rogue. But, yeah, whether you believe that, I don't know. I don't believe him for a second. Mostly, Kane just doesn't want us going any further into the Eternal Storm, because presumably my father has this bizarre idea that the Swarm is a danger to us, and we have to go into the Eternal Storm to find a way to stop them. Kane's like, that's a terrible idea. No, for your own protection, I'm keeping you all quarantined on Fathership. Yeah, well, we'll see how long that lasts. Hey, my moth is back, and it found a note from Aaron. Apparently, he thinks he found a way to get rid of the Swarm. Right, well, we should travel to Mills Island and find out what he found. So now we're off to Mills Island. Now, the world is actually kind of huge out there. If you take a look at the tablet right here, we can see that there are several places to explore, at least in the early game. All of these are different floating islands, and we will be able to find resources on these islands, but also possibly conquer them away from the Falcon Gang. Seems like this place may already be occupied by the Falcons. Oh, that's fun. Well, the good news is I've already got a gun of my own, so have at ye scum! All right, let's pull out the big guns. There we go, machine guns it is. Hey. So we're looking for our brothers specifically, but I do need to liberate these islands from the Falcons first. So let's go looking for some targets. Oh, there's a few over there. So you can hit space to dodge, which is pretty helpful when they're shooting at you a little bit. These guys are mostly just here trying to get in range. You can zap them with your hook like this and give them a good punch. And actually, if you finish off your target with your hook, they always are going to drop ammo. Nice little trick. We can also harvest up some resources, so here's some wood, and I'm going to tell my moth to just go ahead and send it right back to the airship so I don't have to run around. Thank you, Luma. All right, where are the rest of these pirates? One fun... there we go. Fun fact, even if you do actually start falling off of the sky, don't worry, you have a chance to hook yourself back up like that. Yeah, just in the nick of time. Also, we are injured. I can hold down the V key, and that is going to get myself healed up, though I have used up my packs. Let's see if we can get some additional medicine from elsewhere in the world. Boom. Oh, look at these silly people way over here. They can't hit me. I'll just shoot them, like so. Ah, there's a giant guy over here in a little airship. Right, well, he's not that important. In the meantime, though, by getting rid of all the pirates from these 3 rocks, we are considered to have defended the island. It is conquered for us. So it's going to turn a nice little blue, and bada boom, it is a safe location. Now you might be asking, why do we care about that? Well, because the more islands you have, the more population you can have back at the Fathership, back home. The more population you have, the more upgrades you'll be able to unlock. But I'll show you what I mean by that in a little bit. Anyway, back to the main quest. So, where was Aaron? He left a note. Oh, okay. Sister, if you're reading this, you managed to get where you need to be. Well, thank you, Aaron. You couldn't have left me a map to somewhere else? Yeah, he's not here. He apparently just left me my father's diary, which shows that he's racked with guilt about the whole swarm thing and thinks that he has to solve it himself. Even if it gets us all killed, basically. Yeah, not exactly the nicest of people. Let's see, how my cabbages turning out back home? Oh, they're already fully grown. Perfect. Let's go ahead and just harvest these and toss them into the warehouse. In fact, I'll go ahead and buy, let's say, some cotton seeds. and set up something else just like so. Now, we need to build something called an armory. So let's go over here, take some scrap metal, stone, and some wood that I've already discovered, and get this thing constructed. The armory is where I'll be able to start crafting up weapon parts if I want to upgrade my guns, or perhaps modify them if I find anything out in the world. Right here, though, I want to go ahead and build up my own shotgun, taking some wood and some capsules. Cool, now I've got a third gun. But now let's talk about the upgrades I was alluding to before. So right down over here, you can see a number of different perks that you can upgrade for your character. And whether or not you can use these is dependent on how many people are currently not actively involved in any jobs back here on the fathership. So getting more islands means more population, means you can have more of these kinds of upgrades set up and ready to go. You do have to be careful, though. Just because I conquered an island doesn't mean we're completely in the clear. If I take a look at the map over here, it is totally possible for the Falcons to come back and retake an island that I've already conquered. So there's always kind of a bit of a tug of war as far as control of this region. Whoa, is this the swarm region? Yee, scary. Right, well, we already have a quest from my brother to go to another island called Big Water Island, and oh, look at this, there are air currents which I can use to travel around a little bit faster. Yeah, love it. As you travel around the world, you'll find more of the islands that you can try to take away from the Falcons and gather up more resources. You might even find the occasional side quest of some sort. You know, the kind of people who, like, run out of fuel or something and they just need to be saved. Yeah, take the whole damsel in distress thing and turn it on its head. What is that giant monster down below? Is that a swarm monster? It's probably fine. Some sort of a giant space whale or something, I'm sure. Ah, moth escaped. Oh no, how could that happen? Oh, that's a swarm monster, though. Right, this is gonna be fun. There appear to be plenty of enemies over here, including someone with a sniper rifle. Absolutely not. Stop that. Ah! Alright, got hit by a shotgun. We'll be fine. Just remember, when in doubt, roll! Now, this is a much larger island than before. With apparently some sort of auto-firing cannons we've got to dodge. Now, this just seems downright unsafe. Who set this thing up? And what are you even shooting at? There are a lot more enemies over here. It's fine. None of you compare to an 18-year-old on a warpath. What's this? Found another note from my brother? No, actually, totally different. It is a puzzle. This is a puzzle to open up a combination to a gate that is over just above me. So if I recall correctly, it's count your neighbors, and it's twice your neighbors, and then the third one is the same as the first, and the third one is 2. That means 2, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom! Look how smart I am. I opened that gate right up. Oh, energy crystals. Cool. Okay, the pirates seem to have upgraded themselves a little bit. This guy's got a big honkin' shield. Surprisingly effective against bullets. Who would have guessed? Yowza, that guy actually kinda hurt. But okay, we can open up some sort of a giant gate thing that people built between the rocks for practical reasons, and now we can hop back into our ship and go chase after Aaron. Oh, that boy, that Aaron. If he got himself stuck in another box, I'm not helping him out, okay? Oh, goody, turret things. Shoot it, gone. Oh, space rocks are in my way. Blow them up! So by default, you do have a little nose cannon, which of course just points whatever direction you're facing, and it has unlimited ammo, but it can overheat. So you gotta be a little careful about that. We also do have the ability to just fire off like a giant side blast like this. Boom! Like that. Uses up some special ammo though, so I don't recommend using that unless you have to. Oh, now what are these fun little things? These are mod boxes. This is something, if we take it back to Fathership, it's gonna have some sort of a random component in it to upgrade my gun or my ship or something along those lines. They're always worth finding. Oh, there's Aaron, standing and staring contemplatively into the water, not in a box. Well, then what's your excuse for him being away from home for so long, young man? Basically, I'm pretty sure he's actually trying to foment me against our father. He's like, father's gonna get us all killed, but he's got no idea what to do. He, however, has been studying the swarm to a degree, and apparently whenever a monster dies, it releases spores where new monsters are born. Yeah, that might explain a few things. Destroying the little monster my dad brought home probably set off a chain reaction of nastiness. Hold that thought. In cometh a ship. Oh, goody! Is this guy named Crash? He is actually Lieutenant of Kane the Falcon. Crash, stop! You know your Kane forbid anyone from touching me. Doesn't stop you from touching us. You know what? I think that's actually a very fair point. This is a double standard I'm holding him to. I'm pretty sure this is the first official boss fight of the game, though. So, whoa, okay, we should probably start bobbing and weaving and try not to die. I'm apparently not very good at the whole dodging thing, though. Should be playing this a little bit more defensively. There we go. We'll be, nope, see, I ruined it already. This is what I'm talking about. I suck. It's okay, though. Nothing a little shotgun action can't handle. Oh, one more shot. Boom! Bye, Crash. Ooh, a green box. This is where you find out that basically Crash thinks he's protecting us in some way, because that's kind of what Kane told him. So we jump back in time one more year, where there's a whole mess of dead swarm monsters over here, and Kane's like, oh gosh, that Richard's an idiot. He's drawing more and more swarm attention. He's gonna get us all killed. We've got to kill some people in order to get them to stop getting everyone else killed. You know, lesser of two evils and all that. We will fly in on the wings of aid and keep Aspia safe, which is basically our region of the world. You almost want to think that he's, like, trying to be sort of a good guy, but, I mean, he's also like, you need resources? Just lock people up and take what you want. So, I mean, I don't know. Noble intentions aside, I'm just gonna say he kind of seems like a pirate. Yeah, Eva's not having any of this either. You call this protection? Killing people to protect them? I don't know. I just wanted to protect them. Crash is a monster. Yes, you are. No, you're not. Oh, I'm sorry, Eva. I didn't mean to contradict you. Well, whatever Crash is, he's got mod boxes, which is great. Luma, take it back to the ship. And then actually, if you wouldn't mind, just pick me up and also take me to the ship. That would be great. Thank you. Now we're just gonna blow a little hole in the rocks over here so we can free up Aaron, who very predictably is going to hop into a box so that I can take him home. Aaron, you are special, aren't you? Now we could go back to Father's ship, but actually there seems to be some sort of a puzzly thing over here. It's always worth exploring the world if you can. Find some sort of puzzles, maybe get awesome rewards. In this case, it looks like I gotta figure out which of these boxes are the heaviest and which ones are the lightest, and then put them in an order. So I think something like this. Boom! More energy crystals. Nice. Ah, boy. Sometimes you do get caught out in little aerial battles over here, which can be a little bit tricky, depending. We don't exactly have the best upgraded ship, so I probably don't want to be getting into any of these fights if I don't absolutely have to. Small ships like this, yeah, sure, no problem. We can take that out. Big ones? No, thank you. Oh yeah, and if your ship ever gets damaged, be prepared to have to do some repairs on the hulls. If those things get out of control, your ship's gonna blow up. And that's no good for anyone involved. Alrighty, this Giganto Island is now mine, which means more population back home, which means more upgrades. Nice. Okay, so with all of that taken care of, we should be able to actually fast travel all the way back over here. We could go directly to Father's ship, or I could go to the fuel station, but I think probably go all the way back to Father's ship. Now, let's learn about these whole mod boxes thing, because I should have a few of these. We can just drop it off over here in the mod box, bada boom. And it's gonna open up, and it's gonna give me something awesome and random. A special shotgun barrel. Oh, that's kind of cool. We also got a better stock and magazine for the shotgun. Not half bad. All right, so what we can do then is actually hold down the tab button, open up our equipment and look at our specific guns, then hit the E key and we can modify. So whenever you find some awesome new stuff in the world, this is your opportunity to just go ahead and make your guns a lot better. So let's go ahead and get all these equipped, and boom, now I have an even better shotgun. Exact same thing will be able to happen with your skyship eventually. You can upgrade a lot of different components, making it faster, stronger, do more damage, etc. Or even swap it out for different skyships if you find some others. So yeah, the game rewards a lot of exploring, a lot of crafting, and all of that stuff. You see where I'm saying the game kind of has an open world RPG element to it? Yeah, there are quests in a certain sense of direction. There's also a whole lot that you'll want to find just to get stronger. I mean, you never really know what kind of awesome stuff you might find as you explore all these islands. I'm out here just looking for some stone and such, but it looks like there's even a quest. Oh, it's some blind guy named Harold. Okay, he flew here but has no idea where he is now. I see a flaw in your plan, buddy. Oh, and great, it's an ambush. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Oh, that was literally quite painful. Hang in there, Ava. Alrighty. So, Mr. Blindman, what you gotta say to yourself? Oh, you had no idea they were there? Well, you know what? I actually believe you. If I take him to Father's ship, he'll give me one of his finest creations. Well, that seems like a good idea. Get into the box! Look, I don't make the rules, buddy, alright? I refuse to take anyone on my ship unless they are safely stowed inside of a box. It's the law. Don't you worry, Mr. Harold, sir. You are in very good hands. Boom! Perfect! Hooray! A twisted assault rifle. That's your finest creation, huh? Okay, thank you. Anyway, the whole reason we went out there in the first place was just to get enough stone to build up a factory. There we go. This is gonna let us start taking ores that I find out in the wilds and convert them into ingots. And with ingots, I'll be able to make better stuff for my guns and for my ships. Should we start by processing some iron? Sure, why not? And also use some asteroid coal. You know those big asteroids we were shooting occasionally out there? They sometimes have coal in them. It makes sense. Yeah, these asteroid things over here. Sometimes they got stuff in them. There it is. Luma, fetch! Good moth. Uh-oh, found a little bit of aerial combat. Broadside! There we go. Okay, I'm apparently supposed to find some stuff over here, but, yeah, there's a couple of enemies and they're gonna be a bit of a problem. Boom! Well, that didn't work very well. We'll get him. Come on, stay still for a second. Stay still. I really wish I had remembered to bring along some repair kits, but okay. Anyway, that takes care of all that nonsense. I don't know why they were shooting at this derelict ship, but whatever. There we go. Plenty of asteroid coal to go around. Another island liberated for the father ship. Fantastic. There's other stuff over here that I have no idea what this is going to lead to later. A giant bird nest where apparently maybe I can summon animals? Oh man, that's gonna be a side quest later for sure. There you go, just crafting up a few precious ingots, and I've even got a blueprint now to craft my own sniper rifle using some iron ingots. Bada boom. Alrighty. And there's a lot more stuff you'll be able to craft in the game later, including some green and purple weapons, which always means legendary. Some of these things look very alien in nature. Kinda scary. But you know, I think that might be a pretty good place for us to end the first video. We've got a little bit of the story going for us. We've certainly managed to claim a few islands, experience some of the aerial combat, the land combat. We're experimenting with gathering up resources, crafting mods, new weapons, farming, etc. And now we are ready to advance the story a bit more with Aaron and our father. Thank you all very much for watching, and again, thank you to the developers for sponsoring this video. If you guys like what you're seeing so far with Black Skylands, you guys can find a link in the description down below. Otherwise, I would ask you hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.